2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, and it reads, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Next, double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone, the one that taught us the 100% truth according to the Bible. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere icons. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith. Regardless of people here for a bear. Part 2, we must study in order to break down the word of truth, which is the Bible, correctly. We must study. We're going to go into the definitions. This is part 2 of what I did yesterday. I want to get the definition for the word study again. It says we must study, right? Study. Let's get it. Definition for the word study: to read. To read. That's the only way you're going to be able to obtain information is by reading, by going into the meaning of the words. And this is Bible 101. This is Bible 101. Reading, right? To read in detail, especially within the intentions of learning. So when we open up the Bible and read, we're reading it to learn, right? We're not just we're not the Plantation Christian Church, okay? When we open up the Bible, we're reading it to learn. Remember, reading is fundamental. It's fun to the mental, right? And that's basically all I wanted out of that definition. It says, once again, 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved. And I got some things written down. Basically, reasons why we study, reasons why we look up the meaning of words, right? 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, study. We just read what that meant. To show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Because we study, aka we read, aka we learn. So when people come up and ask questions, we can answer the questions. See, the majority of our people, they're not reading the Bible. If they are reading the Bible, they're not studying the Bible. They're not looking up the meaning of words. The Lord hasn't put the Spirit on them to understand. And once again, you need teachers, most definitely. You need teachers to understand the Bible. It says a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. So when people come up and ask us questions, we can answer it according to the Bible. Why? Because we've been studying. We've been researching. We've been going into history, meaning of words, things of that nature, right? Rightly dividing the word of truth. See what we do? We rightly divide the word of truth. So like somebody come up, where are we from? We can answer that question. Why? Because we've been studying. Now we're going to show you according to the Bible where we're from. Like I said before, I wrote down some things. Some questions people might ask. So we study to be able to answer those questions, right? Where are we from, brother? Aren't we from Africa, brother? No, brother. We're going to show you where we're from according to the Bible. Remember, this is part 2. We must study. Read. We must read. Matter of fact, before I even get that, let's just get this. Before I even get that, let's get this. Because like I said before, through the Spirit, a whole lot of people read the Bible, but they don't have the understanding. Let's get this. Proverbs chapter 4. Let's just get this right quick. This is part 2. We must study in order to break down the word of truth, aka the Bible, correctly, right? Proverbs. And we got to go into the meaning of the words. You know that. We got to go into the Hebrew. We got to go into the Greek. We got to go into the Latin to get a better understanding of what the scriptures are saying. You might read a word, in the New Testament. You might read a word in the Old Testament. It's the same word, but different meanings. But the only way you're going to be able to know that is by studying. But let's get this, though. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding, right? That's why when the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth, blessed he that understandeth what he's reading. Because that's when you're truly blessed, when you're actually understanding what you're reading. So let's go back. Let's go right on back. Where are we from, brother? Can you show me according to the Bible where we're from, brother? Yes, we can. How can we do that? By way of studying, right? Galatians chapter 4. Let's just get it right quick. Like I said before, I wrote down some things. I might have to make a part 3 to this too. Because I'm going to have to roll in a few. Time to go to work. Lord's will, go get the daily bread. Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. So what's the motherland? Jerusalem. The only way you're going to know that is by reading, by studying. That's it. This Bible 101, you know, we must study in order to break down the word of truth, aka the Bible, correctly, right? What's the other one? Oh yeah, the Lord loves everybody, brother. How can you prove that that's not true? By studying, right? Let's get that right quick. The Lord loves everybody, brother. Well, we're going to prove according to the Bible that he doesn't. Look, going straight to the Bible now. Romans chapter 9. Look, verse 13. The Lord loves everybody, brother. Everyone's going to be saved, brother. Well, when people come up and say that, we can answer those questions and debunk those questions or those lies by studying. Let's get this. Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved. Because remember, everybody say the God of the Bible is all about love. He loves everybody. He doesn't hate anyone. You can just do whatever you want to. Remember, the pastor says that the laws of the Bible are done away with. Well, how can we combat that nonsense? By studying, by reading the Bible. When they come up with the nonsense, look, we come back with the word of truth. We come back with what the Bible says. They come with what they're saying, with their heart, meaning law is saying. But we come with thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible every time. Once again, Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved. Who does Jacob represent? You Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But Esau have I hated. The self-proclaimed so-called white man, they're known as the Edomites. And not every so-called white person either. Because you got Israel's been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth among these different nations. So you got Israelites that look like white people, Chinese, Japanese, so-called Africans, dot-head East Indians. And the only way you're going to know that is by studying, right? Matter of fact, let's just get that right quick. Let's get Deuteronomy. Just going into like questions people come up and ask. We can answer those questions by studying the Bible. And then you wonder why the God of the Bible got you believing in the word and not them. We answer those questions too. All questions. Always be ready to answer. Deuteronomy 28. Let's just get this right quick. Just proving that Israel, you know what I'm saying, could come looking like all these nations. Deuteronomy 28, and let's see, 64. Bear with me. Yeah. Because I made a statement, you know what I'm saying, that Israel can come out looking like all these different nations, right? Because we've been scattered. I'm going to prove it according to the Bible. And the only way we can do this is by way of studying. Once again, you need teachers now. Deuteronomy chapter 2, because you ain't going to just pick up the Bible and get the understanding without a teacher. Deuteronomy, and we're going to prove that next too. Deuteronomy chapter 28, Lord's will. Deuteronomy 28, 64. And the Lord, all caps, the Most High Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. And we believe on those names through faith, which is a gift. You want to know why we believe in the words of the Bible and the majority of our people don't, and the majority of the people of the earth don't? Because we have been given the gift of faith to believe. And that was a gift. So what if some don't believe? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, and the Lord thy power shall scatter thee the Israelites among all people. So you're going to have Hebrew Israelite looking like all these different nations, because why? We've been scattered among them. And the men of our nation have dealt with the heathen nations' women. I mean, and that's just plain. That's just Bible 101. It's plain. We must study in order to break down the word of truth, aka the word of the Bible, correctly. From one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods. This is happening now. Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And Israel have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, now look, people might come up and say, who is the Bible for, right? Who is this word written for, right? Who is this word given to? Look, we got to prove that too. All according to the Bible, and that comes by way of studying. Let's get this right quick. Like I said before, I wrote down some things. I'm going to go through them right quick. And Lord willing, the elect is edified, which consists of your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Leviticus chapter 26. Let's just get this right quick. All according to the Bible. People got questions. We got answers according to the Bible, right? Leviticus 26, 46. And it reads, Salakia, these are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel. So the laws, statutes, commandments of the Bible was given to who? Israel. We prove all things according to the Bible. Who's the laws? The laws are for everybody. Every nation up under the heaven, what we're reading right here, according to the Bible, that was for Israel. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel, which consist of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? You can't prove that. You can't prove that you're a Hebrew Israelite. Well, according to the Bible, that we can, right? And the children of Israel, Mount Sinai, by the hand of Moses. But I made a statement earlier. These pastors say that the words of the Bible, the laws of the Bible are done away with. So you can just eat anything. You can wear what you want to wear. A man can wear a dress. A woman can wear whatever she want to wear. We're going to read according to the Bible. We're going to see what the Bible say right quick. They say that the law, that's why we got to study. So when because people got these questions, I mean, and I know most definitely I'm about to do a part 3 and a part 4 to this, because I wrote down a whole lot of different questions people ask. And we study to be able to answer it, right? This is St. Matthew chapter 5, because remember, the pastors say the laws are done away with, right? Now, we just prove who the laws, statutes, commandments of the Bible was given to Israel, right? But then on top of that, the pastors in these churches, these plantation Christian churches, they say the laws are done away with, right? St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, and it reads, red letter. Anytime you see the red letter in the Bible, that's the Lord speaking, who they English call Jesus Yahushai. He saves, he delivers, right? Think not that I am come to destroy the law, but the pastors say that the law is done away with. And if you don't study, you would think that. If you don't read, once again, blessed is he that readeth. If you don't read, you would think that the laws are done away with. Right? Why? Because you're listening to the pastor. Study to show thyself approved. Read. Go into the meaning of the words. But the Lord had to put that spirit on you anyway, though. You see, the Lord said, it is given unto you, St. Matthew, the 13th chapter. I read that yesterday. It is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them, it's not given. The election have obtained. It's all about the elect on this side. Who's going to be delivered? We're going to get into all that. Who's going to be delivered into those chariots? The elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. The 144,000 elect men, the prophets, and the multitude of believers, which consists of men, women, and children, right? And we're going to prove all that too, Lord's willing. Either in this one or the next one, Lord's will. Let's get this again, though. St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill. So the laws of the Bible will never be done away with. Never. But the only way you're going to know that is by studying. The only way you're going to be able to answer a question like that is by studying, right? Let's see what else. Hello, yeah. Who's making the storms? Who's causing people to die? Why are all these people dying? All these questions, man. We get asked questions all the time, either on the comment board or either out there on the highways and byways, right? Who's causing all these people to die? We're gonna bring the scripture out. Let's see. Let's go to we'll go to Deuteronomy. Is it Deuteronomy? Yeah. Deuteronomy 32. Who laid your granddaddy and your grandma to rest? Who deleted that baby? Why did that young 6-month-old baby have to get deleted? Why? Let's just bring it out. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. Look here. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. If you're on the earth still, it's because the Lord kept you on the earth. Yeah. Any family members, friends, just people in general, if they're not on it, if they have been deleted from off the earth, the Lord deleted them, right? You got sick and you got better. Who made it happen? The God of the Bible. You see this? I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So when it's your time to go, you're going to go because the God of the Bible is controlling everything. People got questions of why is this person ruling and this, that, and the third. Oh, yeah, I got another one. I got another one right quick. Why is all this poverty? Why so many homeless people? 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 7. The Lord maketh poor. You see that? Let's just blow it up. Whole lot of questions, a whole lot of answers. And why can we answer these questions? By studying. And once again, you need teachers, right? Going right back to Jeremiah 3. We'll see if we can get that. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 7, and it reads, the Lord, all caps, the Most High Yahweh. He exists, right? Who you English call God. Through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. He saves, he delivers, who they English call Jesus, right? Make it poor and make it rich. So you see these homeless people throughout the four corners of the earth, mainly here in Babylon, America, Babylon the Great. It's because the Lord is part of the Lord's movie. The Lord made these people poor. The Lord made, if you got some money in your pocket, thank the Lord. It wasn't because you went to college and you're just so knowledgeable. No. The Lord controls everything. That's why we must fear. We're going to all that. We must study in order to break down the word of truth, aka the words of the Bible, correctly. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. What else did I want to get? Let's see. Oh yeah, I mentioned, I'm saying, who's causing it. You see all these storms. Why so many deadly storms? Why all these earthquakes? Things of that nature, right? We're going to prove according to the Bible. Everything according to the Bible, right? What is it? Isaiah the 29th chapter, I'm thinking. Isaiah chapter 29. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 29. Verse 6, and it reads, thou shalt be visited. People say, no, saying they can't wait to see the Lord. Well, this is how the Lord visited the earth, right? Visits the earth, right? Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. See, everybody was taught that the God of the Bible was a nice guy. He's not. He's not, man. All right? Then you got people coming up with questions on, is God a man or a woman? Well, the only way you can answer a question like that is by way of studying. Are you starting to get it now, Israel? The only way you can answer questions is by way of studying. And you need teachers. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, with thunder. And what comes out the thunder? Lightning. So anytime you see a thunderstorm, who's creating it? The God of the Bible. And with earthquake, who's making these earthquakes happen? The God of the Bible. Look, and great noise with storm and tempest, a regular storm or a major storm, because a tempest is a mighty storm. And the flame of devouring fire, these different forest fires, who's making it happen? The God of the Bible. Now, does he use men? Does he use individuals, people upon the face of the earth to do his bidding? Yes. Yes. Let's just get that right quick. Everyone is being controlled by the God of the Bible, right? Let's get this. Proverbs. Bear with me. Like I said before, I wrote down some questions people ask. What is it, 24th chapter? Proverbs 24 and 20, or 20 and 24. Let's see. Yeah, it's 20. Proverbs chapter 20. Let's get this. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. And it reads, Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own ways? The Lord is controlling our every step. Well, how we think, everything is. See, there's no such thing as free will. People come up saying they got free will. Well, in order for you to combat a theory like that, you study, you read who's ruling. Why is everybody catching hell right about now? Why is everybody mourning? That's a question people ask all the time. Well, we prove it according to the Bible by way of studying. Why is there so much crime on the earth? Why is there so much violence in the earth? Well, we got an answer for that according to the Bible. As soon as this app act like it got some sense, bear with me. Oh, there we go. This is why it's so much war on the earth. This is why it's so much crime on the earth, so much violence on the earth. This is why it's so much homelessness on the earth. This is why so much drug uses in the earth. This is why anybody can worship any god up under the heavens and do anything. That's why so much wickedness on the earth. You want to know why? This is why. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So wicked people are ruling the earth right about now. Who's the wicked, brother? Who's the wicked? How can we prove who the wicked is? By way of studying. By way of studying. So you see how the Lord just got me going through the scriptures like this? This is the Lord. You see, we give the Lord all the glory. You see, we can't take credit for nothing. This is Malachi chapter 1. We're going to just prove who the wicked is. Malachi chapter 1. We'll start at 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yeah, all caps, the Most High Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who they may call God and Jesus, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? So this is what Israel is saying right about now. The Lord loves us while we in the predicament that we in now. See, Israel don't know we're the people that went the hell off. We're being punished for what we did in our former life. Reincarnation. We prove all that. And the only way you're going to be able to prove, pretty much break down reincarnation is by way of studying too. You break down the word reincarnation, the word re, no saying means back. Then you got the word in means in. Then you got carnation, which means in the flesh. Back in the flesh. You come back every third or fourth generation, and we can prove all that too. But I want to just get this though. I have loved thee, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? And that's what Israel say. We're in the poverty-stricken neighborhoods. We're in the ghetto. First one's fired. Last one's hired. So we're starting to understand what the hell is going on there by way of studying, right? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Esau, the Edomites, so-called white people, right? Self-proclaimed so-called white people. Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob. And I hated Esau. So once again, proving that the God of the Bible don't love everybody, right? And laid his mountains and his heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Because we had them in captivity for 1,000 years, right? During the dark ages, right? But the only way you're going to know that is by way of studying, doing some research, going into the history, which you're not going to learn. What we're teaching them, you're not going to learn this in school, okay? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them, who? Edom. You want to know who the wicked is, right? It says when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, right? So we're proving who the wicked is right about now. Who's actually ruling right about now? It says Edom, right? Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. They're doing that now. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So who's the wicked that's ruling the earth right about now? Esau, Edom, man. And the people against whom the Lord have indignation, meaning righteous anger forever. So the Lord don't love everybody. And the only way to prove that is by way of studying. And I got a whole lot of questions that I wrote down. So I'm going to have to make a part 3 to this, Lord willing, when I go on break. Going into why are we suffering? You see, who are these different nations? What color the Lord is? How he's coming back? All that. Why we came to America, all that, what makes us believe in the truth. You see how this place is going to be destroyed. What's going to happen to the other nations when America is destroyed by the God of the Bible? Who's the greatest people on the face of the earth? All these questions that people have. We can answer them. Why? Because we study. Once again, we must study in order to break down the word of truth, the Bible, correctly. Shalom.